Hello, I'm Bethany from Bethany Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. Let's address some of the reasons why people do not try yoga. I have been a yoga instructor since 2013, and I've heard probably a lot of reasons, more than I can even remember, as to why people don't want to try yoga. So I think that's really an unfortunate thing, because I think yoga is such an important tool for us. It helps with finding stillness and relaxation. It helps with mind, body, and spirit, and just feeling balanced. So I want to go through 5 myths today for why people do not try yoga. Myth number 1, I am not flexible. So I love this myth. It kind of makes me giggle, because how do we get flexible? We get flexible through stretching and through yoga. So the nice part about yoga is that it meets you where you are at. So if you're a person that doesn't feel really that flexible, you can try the poses in less of an intense way or less of a deep way. And then over time, you'll notice you probably will get more flexible, and then you can go a little deeper into those poses. So it just takes you being brave to try yoga for maybe the first time and find where your body is at and find where your pose is going to be. Because in yoga, it's really you on your mat and you choosing where your body is at. And for me, like I said, I've been a yoga instructor since 2013, and I am not a bendy person. You will not find me being the yoga teacher with my foot behind my head. That is not possible in my body. So it's improved my flexibility though over the years. So I would encourage you to give it a try. If you feel you're not a flexible, bendy person, give it a go anyways. So myth number 1, we'll say debunked. Myth number 2, I don't have the right body type. Some people think that yoga is for people that are thin and bendy or young and beautiful. So I would encourage you to try yoga regardless of your body type, regardless of if you're overly thin or if you're a little in the medium size or even a little bit in the overweight size. Yoga is for every body type, and every body shape. I've had 3 children. I did yoga during all 3 of my pregnancies and got to experience what it's like doing yoga with a larger belly in the front. And I definitely had to make some changes and some modifications, but that's the beautiful part about yoga, is you can do that. So it takes finding a comfort within yourself to make some modifications in your yoga practice, to sometimes widen the legs if you need to widen your legs or widen your arms, whatever you need to do to find the right comfort for you in your body. Sometimes it maybe takes also finding the right teacher that you can feel comfortable asking questions of, hey, this pose doesn't feel right for me. What can I change? So I will say myth number 2, I don't have the right body type, as debunked. Come anyways. It doesn't matter. Number 3, I have an injury, so I can't do yoga. Now, there's certain injuries that, yes, you might be recommended by your physician to avoid certain activities for maybe 6 to 8 weeks. This is true. However, once you have the clearance from your physician to do some movement, yoga might be the best starting point for you. Yoga can be a very gentle way to ease back into movement or exercise. As a yoga teacher, I've had the experience of teaching some students that have had some shoulder injuries, some shoulder surgeries, some knee replacements, some ankle replacements, some hamstring tears, some umbilical hernia repairs. I mean, the list keeps going. I can keep going in my memory bank. Breast surgeries. So as long as you, the student, are comfortable making modifications and tuning into your body and noticing this isn't going to feel right, it doesn't feel good, backing out of that a little bit and working with your yoga teacher, asking questions and just giving that feedback. And I will say, as a yoga teacher, I have learned so much from my students that have had injuries, because they've been open enough to talk with me about it and open enough to share during some of our practices that this isn't going to work for me, this doesn't feel right, and we found a different pose. So I would encourage you on myth number 3, if you have an injury, wait till you have the clearance from your physician and then maybe give yoga a try. Myth number 4, I'm too old to do yoga. So this one is really quite sad, because if you think about in life, we always need to be moving our bodies. Movement is how we keep range of motion in our joints. It's how our joints get circulation. It's how our muscles stay strong. It's how our bones stay strong. We want to constantly be moving, no matter your age. And as a yoga teacher, I've taught people from age 8 to 88. And I'm humbled and impressed sometimes when I see I've had an 80-year-old that can do some of these poses that my 20-year-olds are doing. She is super strong. So also, there's different types of yoga. So maybe you want to try a chair yoga class. That's a very gentle way to find some movement and still be stable in your body. Maybe you want to try a restorative yoga class that has a lot of props and blankets and things to support you. So there's always ways and always different classes that you can try and find regardless of your age. So I would say myth 4 debunked. Myth 4, you're out of there. Myth number 5, yoga is a religion. Yes, it's true, yoga has some roots in certain religion. However, as you probably have noticed as time has gone on, yoga has evolved a little bit to be a tool for relaxation and strength and mind, body, spirit work. So I think, yes, yoga can be on a religious slant, but it depends on the instructor you find, and it depends on you as the student. So I have some students, myself included, that use yoga to find stillness and to find peace and to sometimes pray to God. When I'm in yoga, sometimes I'm in a pose and I'm just giving thanks to God for allowing me to do these movements, or I'm saying, God, help me release whatever I'm hanging on to. So it can be very personal for you as a student, and you can find different instructors that tailor their class different ways. So yes, there might be some instructors that really go down that sort of path, the religious path that maybe you aren't comfortable with. Try another instructor. Try an instructor that maybe goes to more of the relaxation type of class. So I would say myth number 5, debunked, because it can be personal to you, and whatever you put into your yoga and whatever you choose to do with your yoga, it is your choice, and it's your class and your practice. So those are the 5 myths today that I wanted to discuss. I hope that I've encouraged you to at least consider giving yoga a try. Keep in mind, when you try a class, there are so many different kinds of classes, so many different styles, so many different instructors. So if you've tried that first class and you say, that's it, I don't like it, I knew it, I didn't like it, I'm done, I would encourage you to try a couple more different instructors, different styles of classes, and you may just find one that works for you. Maybe look around the Bethany Wellness channel. There's a couple yoga videos in there you may wish to try. And go ahead and send me your questions if you have any questions along the way. I thank you for joining me today.